News of the Game of Thrones prequel series about the Long Night that was being referred to as Bloodmoon just recently shot a pilot for HBO will not be picked up as a series for the network. I'm gonna be honest, I just kinda shrugged when I read the article. After the disappointing final season, me along with the majority of the fan base aren't as excited for this series as they were a couple years ago. This prequel wouldn't survive off Game of Thrones hype alone, it had to be good. HBO executives have to have known this from all these YouTube and social media comments. And I guess the pilot episode didn't deliver. The Long Night as a setting for a show had very little potential anyways, so I'm happy. We saw the Night King and his army fall to pieces in the most anticlimactic way. I have no interest in seeing this plot play out again. But there's some amazing news that came out moments after the news of Bloodmoon's cancellation. Another prequel that wasn't as far down the road to completion as Bloodmoon has just been ordered for an entire season, and this plot is far more exciting. The show will be called House of the Dragon, and will be a prequel that showcases the Targaryen civil war named the Dance of Dragons, which took place 170 years before the start of Game of Thrones. George Martin has already fleshed out this chunk of cool lore in the form of supplementary books. The Princess and the Queen, which you can read in its entirety in just a few hours, well if you don't mind being spoiled for this new show. It's written in the perspective of a maester, so there isn't any dialogue between the major characters. In a tweet published by Game of Thrones' official Twitter, Ryan Condal is credited as a show writer for House of the Dragon. I'm not too familiar with his work. When I checked out his IMDb page, it shows the Hercules movie with The Rock and Rampage, another Rock movie. So if anyone has seen those, let me know how bad they were. But Miguel Sapochnik, the director behind some of Game of Thrones' best action-filled episodes like Hard Home and The Battle of the Bastards, will be helping Ryan Condal showrun for House of the Dragon. Condal is mainly known for being a writer, so he has a huge job in front of him. These writers are going to have to add some more to the story since the events are only summarized and lacking any true dialogue between the main players in the Civil War. What made the first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones so good was not the high-budget action scenes, but the interesting conversations between our favorite characters. I still love rewatching moments like Oberyn speaking with Tyrion in his cell before the big trial by combat. These new writers have a lot to live up to, but since the story of the Dance of Dragons is already so good, I'll be optimistic about this new prequel. This is just a little Game of Thrones update video, so I don't think I should spoil too much about the Dance of Dragons. If you do want to know more about the event that led to dragons going extinct in this world, I'll leave a link to a video I made a while back that goes in depth about this topic and more. Not sure when we'll get to see it, but it probably won't be for a while. There are going to be a lot of dragon scenes, since this is the most populated they had ever been in Westeros. They have very long lifespans, and are extremely difficult to kill. This show may need a bigger budget than Game of Thrones itself. Don't expect any returning faces in this prequel, however. Going back 170 years, so the best we'll get is great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents. Lord Cregan Stark will probably be given a bigger role in the series, just because he's a Stark. He'll definitely be one of the badasses to look out for. Funny enough, David Benioff and Dan Weiss just announced they're stepping down for making their Star Wars films. A lot of fans speculated why the finale sucked was because they focus on this major Disney deal. But instead, they're only going to be working on some unannounced production for Netflix. These poor guys are probably still receiving daily hate mail. So a lot of updates to digest, all coming in last night. I think HBO chose right, and I wonder if those 3 other Game of Thrones prequels they're developing are still in production. Cause I don't know how long a series about the Dance of Dragons can go. I'm thinking like 4 seasons tops. Well, this is a good day for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this short update video, and I'll see you guys next time with some lore to talk about. Thanks for watching.